Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens, of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Okay, fam. Oh, wow. I've been missing a lot since this morning. I dropped a couple skits with Bethany and the girls. And, that was early this morning. So took care of some things today. My oldest son came by. Father's Day, so spent some time with him. Then coming back trying to, see what else has been going on as I relax here. And I see that Priarry tells Anthony about being pregnant. I thought I saw this. I didn't know if I was doing it right. Didn't quite glimpse at the title. Was scrolling real quick on my phone, and I saw some things I think were her and Dalen. And I said, wow, what's going on? So, remove myself from the, there's some more with Stevie and all that that's going on. There's one video I did with Shara's mom. That was yesterday as well. I wanted to get into that with Shara's mom. Was arrested. I'm like, what's going on with that storyline? Then it was a couple with, I think, Brooke and Stevie talking about it, but I skipped those because I wanted to get into this Priarry and Anthony storyline. We know that something went down when they was in college. Priarry tells Anthony about her being pregnant by him. Wow. That's a turn of events. This evidently had to be from that time that they did something in college. Wow. Why? It's weird that this is something that will come up. Evidently he didn't know. And it's coming up now while he's involved with Denisha. Is there a reason why she wants to tell him about something like that now? While he's in a relationship? Is this a monkey wrench in the program that's going to change the dynamic of Priarry and Anthony's friendship? This is crazy. Wow, let's hop in here.
I just gotta go do some stuff with for Wayne.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
I'll probably go pick up Kai, pick him up, play some basketball somewhere real quick.
You gonna play basketball with Kai? He's a baby.
Oh, no. Denisha's son.
Big Kai.
His name's Kai. You know what I mean? He's a good kid too, man. He reminds me of me, when I was young. He's a cool kid. Yeah.
This girl can't take this.
You alright?
Now, why is it that this seems to be more painful for her to accept and deal with? Denisha's son is named Kai too. He's playing basketball with him. And this seems to hurt her more than his real son, Kai, that he had with Shayla, who he cheated with on his wife. Like, why does this seem to bother you more than the fact that he has an actual son with your friend? Why is this more triggering for her? And is this how the pregnancy thing gonna come up? I don't know why this would make her more upset than the fact that he has an actual son. I don't know. Maybe she's a little jealous because of Denisha with a son that's not his. He's involved with that could have been the one she had with him. Wow, Priarry was pregnant.
P.
Anthony.
What's up?
Oh my God, she's about to lose it.
In college.
Oh, you just gonna come on out with it, huh?
I got pregnant in college.
Oh my God.
That night when we were together.
Oh my God.
I think about it all the time.
Oh my God.
I've been wanting to tell you.
Oh, what?
I just didn't know. I just didn't know how to tell you.
You got...
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was a boy. And I wanted to tell you in college, but you were getting ready to graduate.
Wait. Back up. First of all, evidently she didn't keep the baby. The baby ain't here. Okay? So, it was in college, It's probably one of them stories that they usually say, I didn't want to mess up your life. You had great aspirations, so I didn't want to mess up anything. Probably one of them things. But obviously she didn't keep the baby. He didn't know anything about it. So it ain't like she got pregnant, gave it up for adoption. She just got rid of it. Now, you wouldn't know it was a boy if you got rid of it in early, which if you do that, it's best to do it in the early stages. You're not showing. Normally, you do not know the sex of the baby until you a few months. I doubt if she waited that long. So how do you know? I know the Skitlanta Wayne's World, but y'all gonna cut that madness out. Okay, it was a boy. I got rid of it. Girl, how do you know it was a boy? You don't know that early on if you was to get rid of a baby. You don't know that soon. So make it make sense to me. Come on, Skitlanta. Some things need to be accurate, and this ain't one. I mean, I don't think you were that far along to find out the sex of the baby when you got rid of it, because you ain't want to show her none of that. So I'm sure it was early. Even if you humming hard for a month or so afterwards, yeah, girl, dismiss me.
And you had so much going on. You were so excited about life and everything you had going on. I didn't want to ruin your future.
So what happened to the baby?
What do you think?
I had an abortion.
You ain't see her with no baby, Anthony.
And I didn't want to ruin.
What do you mean you didn't know what else to do?
Here you go.
You could have told me.
Anthony, I was scared. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know.
How about Anthony? I'm pregnant with your child.
I didn't think that you wanted to have a baby. Anthony, you kept talking about the future and everything that you had going on.
That's besides the point. I had a son that I knew nothing about. And now you wait all these years to tell.
Number one, I doubt if she knew it was a son. I really don't see that. But you didn't give him the opportunity, Priarry, to make a decision whether he felt that was going to mess up his life or not. You made that choice for him. That's like somebody who's dealing with somebody, and we see this all the time, and then you find out that the person was married, and you made to look like a fool, and you in this and get embarrassed when you find out about the wife, and the man kept it a secret, and then you like, I didn't want to be in this situation. You ain't. Oh, I thought you would leave. You whatever. The guy come up with some excuse. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to lose you. Blah blah blah. The marriage this, the marriage that. Don't tell me and give me the opportunity if I want to be in a situation like this. Don't just assume and have me out here looking crazy. Now, this is like the same thing with this. Give him the choice. It's his life. You knew the aspirations that he had for his future as a businessman and what he wanted to do. I don't know if she thought more of herself and maybe what she wanted to do, or was she really hurt also, or she really didn't want to mess up things for Anthony. We knew back then, I'm sure she loved Anthony. She probably would have loved to have his child, but at the same time, she wouldn't want to mess things up for him, and she loved him so much not to want to hinder his future in any way, and have him resent her. But now you see what this is. He's angry because he could have had a son, an oldest son. His life would have maybe made a different turn. Maybe you two would have had a real relationship and built on the love you have for each other, because you evidently do. You had a close bond and friendship. Maybe it would have brought you two together even closer. At one point, he gave her some more spiel about you were always the one for me or whatever. Maybe. And Shayla, Amber, none of this drama would have ever went on. Denisha, none of these people would have ever existed if she had told him. And he may have still been successful. And they would have had an older child and married and all that.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
I wanted to tell you.
Why didn't you then?
And she wouldn't have been a drunk today.
You don't do that to somebody.
Anthony.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
No. Sorry?
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I mean, I just got pregnant off of that one time. I didn't even know what you were gonna say. I didn't want to ruin your life. I felt like you were gonna just
leave.
Huh?
She said, huh?
Anthony.
Oh, you crushing her, Anthony.
Anthony.
Get
wow.
in your car and leave.
Can we
leave?
Oh, wow. Well, she really gonna drink now. Wow, P. I did see some other skits that came, I think, after this where looks like she's in front of a liquor store asking Dalen if she can she could stop by or something like that, and then she goes to visit him. I guess she needs somebody shoulder to cry on. Dalen, the only one that will understand because they all went to college together. So I guess that's what that is about. Oh wow, this is crazy. Things could have really possibly been different with his life, and maybe that's why he's upset, because everything that he's been through with women and children may have never happened if Priarry was like the love of his life. I mean, he was so focused on school. They had that night, but they've always been close ever since, and he saw her as his best friend, but it's always like that best friend was something extra special. Nobody knows her like he does, and nobody knows him like she does. Like, they have that really close connection. And who knows? I mean, a lot of times we think back on things in our lives, and if things had been different. I mean, this was something, and now we see why the love is so deep that she has for him, because she has that bond and that connection of a child. You would have thought she would have been more resentful towards Shayla and not been friends with Shayla, which is not making friends to me, because you actually slept with this man while he was married and had a baby by him, a baby that you never had. And I think this contributes to a lot of her drinking as well, even though she told Rowan the story about this guy that did her dirty or whatever, and you know, she used to drink a lot or whatever. I think with him, they argue or whatever, and that helped to, he was in a good mood when he would drink. He was in a better mood. Things were good with them, so to keep it good, she drank a lot with him. But I think at the same time, she never got over Anthony, and I think this is probably the number one reason for her drinking, because constantly thinking the shoulda, woulda, coulda, what if, and the fact that she kept this huge secret from him is a lot. It's a lot. And wow. Yeah, so that's what those skits are probably about, her crying on Dalen's shoulder, drinking because Anthony threw out. Man, he wanna cry. Oh, Anthony. Ant-Man looked like he want to cry. I know this is heartbreaking because it's like, oh, wow, I could have had a son. You know, he's been through a lot when it, with relationships and women. And I think because the one person he always said Priarry has his back. Nobody got his back. It's always Priarry. He trusts her with the money. He wanted to give her money to put in her account, hiding from Amber. She's always the one he felt he can count on no matter what. You know, Chantel had a little baby scare on him, did him dirty. Since then, I think that was the first baby incident outside of this one. This would have been the first, but he didn't know about that. Chantel, stripper girl, that issue. Then he got with Amber. Amber lost, baby. Lost little David, which he didn't even really want. But then Shayla. And this whole mess with her. So, I mean, he always seems to get into something that has children, and all of these bad incidences probably could have been wiped away and never existed had she told him and had he want her to keep the baby. That's not to say your success maybe hindered a little bit, maybe slowed down, but not disappear. He was so driven business wise that Anthony probably would have made it happen, would have still fulfilled his dreams. I don't know what Priarry did after that or what aspirations she had, what her goals were. Maybe her dreams she didn't want to be put on hold either. But if not, he would have looked out. She just had the baby, worked, did what she had to do. But the relationship that they have so tight from college up until now, after all these years, there's a real love and bond and friendship there. Um, he didn't want it to go past that night, and I guess after that they never had sex again. But the friendship and the closeness never went anywhere, and it may have grown and expounded into more, um, because of the baby, and they would have had a real relationship. Maybe would have got married, because they just that close. Wow. Oh man. This is something. Okay. I hope it doesn't hurt their friendship. I know he's hurt, but let's be continued and see what happens after that. I think there's another discussion video or something I see with them, so maybe they'll rectify this. Okay, let me know what y'all think about this. Shocking? You think this is a big reason for her drinking? Outside of, trying to make her ex happy and that's why she started drinking a lot? Do you think it was rooted, though, first in college and dealing with this guilt all this long time, and what could have been if she had told him about the baby has haunted her so bad that it messed with her drinking? Interesting. Let me know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.